Hello, welcome to Chantel's Homeschool. I'm Chantel and I am a mom of 7. Today I wanted to talk with you about the good and the beautiful language arts. Specifically, they're levels 1 through 3. So one of the things that I've noticed that people complain about with the good and the beautiful is they feel like their writing isn't enough. We've been using the good and the beautiful for quite some time, but I have used all the levels from pre-K through high school. And many of them I have used 3 or 4 times. So one thing I want to address, and I'm going to show you the level 2, the good and the beautiful. So one thing that I hear people say, there's not enough writing, and I agreed with them for a long time. But as I've gone through these books more than once, I've begun to notice that their writing, it's gentle, it's slower, and it's creative. And so I do feel like that it helps build up writing in ways that maybe you hadn't thought about or noticed. So I'm going to give you a few examples so you can kind of see how it does teach writing. One of the ways they teach writing in The Good and the Beautiful is actually through their audio narrations. What it is every so many lessons they have a independent practice, and in this you will go to their app and you will listen to an audio narration about the picture. What I have learned is that is preparing their brains for the language of writing, because before kids can get their thoughts down on paper, they have to recognize what they're thinking and organize their thoughts up here before it can be transcribed into paper and pen. So that is one of the ways they do it, and they do it enough that it's pretty frequent. Another way they do it is you will read a story, a short story, a paragraph, and have them tell it back to you, which for Charlotte Mason homeschoolers, you know that that's narration. In very short clips, they practice that so that, again, your kids can practice getting their writing up here before they do go to hand and paper. Another way that they teach writing is they have these creative writing corners. And frequently it'll give them a starting idea, some middle words, and then they can fill in the rest. Sometimes there's even a word bank of words they might want to use if they're not sure how to spell it. This has been really fun for all of my kids. They all enjoy doing it. There's just enough help that they don't feel lost. Another way that they teach writing is they'll ask you a question like here, what is your favorite animal? And then it says up here in the instructions that they need to use a complete sentence. So what I have done with my kids is have them tell it to me verbally, the complete sentence. My favorite animal is a cat. So by answering my favorite animal is a cat, they're getting it in their mind and verbally, and I'll often write it on a whiteboard or a scrap of paper so they know how to spell the words that they don't, that they want to say that maybe they can't spell yet, like favorite. There are a few writing projects in level 2, and for example, on this one they're going to write a story, and they go through and they practice writing the beginning and the end. For this one though, they don't write it or type it, they narrate it to you, and you're going to write word for word what they say. And I like to help my kids, for example, by saying, she says, the cat ran away. I say, oh, the cat ran away. What kind of a cat was it? It was a black cat. Okay, the black cat ran away. And was it her pet? Did it run away fast? I help them add details to their writing so that it can be better than the cat ran away. Don't try to get into too many details at level 2, but that's just to give you an idea. I've only focused on maybe 2 or 3 added descriptions they could add to their writing. And it does tell you that several times here in the book in different areas. And where it doesn't say that, I just try to practice it. One of her favorite things is when they do something like this. They have a kind of a story here with the basic words, and she got to fill in with just a few more details. Like once on a, and then there was a blank, and she filled in dark, cold night, and it has blanks so that she can add words, and she loved it. We're probably going to tear this one out and put it in her little notebook she likes to keep. So that is one way the Good and the Beautiful teaches writing, and this is in level 2, but they do the same thing in level K, or not the same, but very similar activities in level K and level 1 and level 2 and level 3. And so I do feel like there's plenty of writing teaching in here. I didn't recognize for a long time what the writing teaching was for what it was. So one of the reasons that I like The Good and the Beautiful is that their language arts program is just so easy for me to do. I'm not saying it's the best because I don't believe that there is a best curriculum out there. Every child is just so different. You can't definitively say this is the best. I appreciate this because I feel like it's challenging and gentle at the same time. I appreciate the variety. There's artwork, there's creative writing, there's narrative writing. As they get into level 3, there's descriptive writing, there's like essay writing, like there's lots of different kinds of writing. The reason that I enjoy The Good and the Beautiful language arts is because I, as a teacher, can teach it well. And after you've taught so many kids, you learn how to kind of modify and adapt it. Right now, I have a kid in level 1, level 2, which I just showed you, and level 4 and level 6. My teenagers have graduated out of their language arts now. We're not using it for them currently. I hope that's helpful and that this gave you kind of some thinking about how The Good and the Beautiful teaches writing, and hopefully that helped you kind of get a bigger picture of why some of these activities seem like fluff, but they're building the mental exercise of writing in a very gentle and organic way. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you soon.